Lost civilizations have always held a certain level of fascination for contemporary archaeologists. What's amazing is that even Maryland has its share of lost towns and forgotten antiquities. That's why there's a good deal of excitement at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County's Ancient Studies Department. They're working on some of Maryland's most intriguing archaeological sites. And while they may not turn up a golden idol, they are unearthing a golden past.
"50 miles north in Baltimore's Fells Point, more discoveries are being made. Renovating his property, the owner of this simple-looking building came across a fascinating fact. Over 170 years ago, the second story was used as the first Jewish synagogue in Maryland. Calling upon historians and archaeologists from the Baltimore Center for Urban Archaeology, Baltimore Hebrew University, and UMBC, they began to dig.
In April 1998, I received a phone call from Brian Schwartz, who owned a property at the corner of Fleet and Bond in Baltimore City. And three gentlemen were doing some archaeology in his backyard, and he asked me to come down and take a look at the features and the artifacts that they had discovered. We believe that the building was built in 1797. Our major question when we did the excavation was whether we actually had the remains of the building that had been used in 1830 by the synagogue. So during the excavation, it was very important to find deposits that predated 1830. And when we began in this room, the first area that we worked on was here because we had some brick protruding above the surface. And it grew, and we ended up with this large fireplace. The artifacts in the bottom of the fireplace indicated that it had been built in the late 18th century. Privies are outhouses, so any trash that was in the house or laying around the yard, you had a convenient hole to scoop your trash up and throw it into the hole. What you find in a privy can tell you an enormous amount about the people who lived there. What they are literally for an archaeologist is a time capsule.
This is a sampling of what came out of the privies. And this is like a chamber pot. This would be a bowl just used in household use. This is banded annular ware, which very likely was made right in this neighborhood by Bennett Pottery. And we have an assortment of the type of wares that would be typical of 19th century.
The experience I'm getting here is basically real-world work experience that I can use after I finish college.
I'm totally thrilled that our students have the opportunity to use the skills that they've learned in the Ancient Studies Department in a totally new venue. The fact that they get a chance to do what they really love to do and follow their hearts and come into a discipline and then actually be employed. That's quite impressive.